So I'm going to tell you a couple things about creating Sqlt unit tests with, and I use a PowerShell module to do these kind of things. So the reason I did this was because I did this for like 40, 50 databases for a customer, and it was a lot of work to do this manually. So one of the things I did was use the Fred's PS module development PowerShell module to templateize an SSDT solution. So what this does is it will download my latest template from my GitHub page and extract it and do everything it needs to do. Of course, it's not gonna. So if I run this little thing, it's gonna download it, extract it, install it. Don't do this twice. And then I have my SSDT solution. We're going to open this with Visual Studio. Of course, it's going to take a couple seconds because it's initializing a new project. And I have two different projects in my solution, a data project and a tests project. So I want to separate these two because I don't always want to I don't want to have the tests in every deployment. So I can separate these and deploy them according to my pipeline. So the next thing I want to do is do an import. So I'm going to do right-click, import my entire database. Of course, I have this connection already set up. And I'm going to select just object type because I have just one schema. And this is going to take a couple seconds to get all the objects in. And now I have all the objects from that particular database in my solution. But that's not enough because I want to have basic unit testing. And basic unit testing for SQL Server contains like something like do I have all the tables? Does my table have the correct columns? Do I have the correct parameters in my store procedures? Does my index have the correct columns? All these kind of things. And developers normally don't make these kind of tests. So I wrote a PowerShell module because I'm lazy as hell when it comes to repetitive things. So there's the Sqlt test generator, which takes a snapshot and iterates through all the objects and creates these unit tests for you. So if I go in here, and this is a whole bunch of code, but the most important part is just this little command right here. So let's run that. And what you will see when it starts executing, of course that's not in here, so let's switch to this one. It's going to connect to the database. No, of course it's not going to work. Variables. There we go, try it again. So it's going to process all these different unit tests for me. You'll see them being created in a couple seconds. Come on. So here they go. And in the meantime, because we don't have that much time, I'm going to import them into my project. Just the existing items I already have. And because of my demo, I make sure that it's already in the right folder, because I have a test basic folder in my solution. And from here, I can do a build and a deployment to any kind of server that I want. So let's build it first, because we need to first build to happen. As soon as that's done, I can do a publish. There we go, publish. And I'm going to use my local Docker container with this database so you can see the differences between the two databases in a couple seconds. It's going to create a publish preview. So what it's going to do is it's going to look at the target, generate a script, and then deploy that in one go. So let's refresh. Now I have two databases. The reason I have two different projects like this, I don't want all these different T-SQL tables you see right here. The T-SQLT tables, I don't want those to end up in production. Those will not be visible in the other project. So what happens if I run a query, execute T-SQLT.run all, run. These are all my unit tests. So let's make a small little change because we have developers and sometimes things go wrong. So let's rename a column. Just remove the N. Do another deployment. Right here. Do a publish. Same kind of thing. And normally you would do this with a pipeline, of course, but this is something I can do locally. Publish. It's not going to take as long as the first time. Come on. Here we go. Should be done. And then run the same thing again. And if I'm correct, it should have a fault in here. Did I save it? I did not. Rebuild.
Shouldn't you publish the data of the tests?
Sorry, what?
Shouldn't you publish the data project but not the test project?
No, I want to publish a test project at this point because I want to show you how that looks and something fails. The fact that I don't need to publish the data project is because I have an inheritance in the test project, so I only have to make the changes in one of the projects.
So you don't need to rebuild the test?
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's run it again. Wow. Bummer. But normally you would get an error that it's missing a column in one of these tests, and then your tests and then your pipeline should obviously fail. So, and this is how you can get your developers to start doing unit testing with databases as well. So.
Where can we find you? Where can we find you or your information?
Yeah. So my GitHub is this. This is my GitHub. The template is in there, it's open source, and as well as the Sqlt test generator is on the PowerShell gallery. You can download it for free, and it's open source. So if you have any additions or bugs or anything like that, let me know.
Thank you.
Thanks.